Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, and I would like to welcome you to a non-Taylor Swift edition of The Other Side of Midnight. Already in the chat, Shadow of the Raven, Emoji Queen, Lady Mist, please hit the like, share out the stream. Sorry, it's late. Could be a scream, who knows? It's early. And if you are new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe. We are simulcasting tonight on Twitter. I can't see you, but I know you're there. And we are also simulcasting on the channel of my guest this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, you know her, you love her, and I know she's why you're all really here. Ladies and gentlemen, Sense Corner.
You always like announce me with such fanfare.
Oh, why not?
Makes me feel so, I don't know, important. Ooh.
Well, you are. You're a guest on my show. Guests are important.
Oh, okay,
we need guests. Otherwise, it would just be me
be you talking.
talking, and really, who wants to see that?
Well, your single chat live streams seem to do pretty well. I've noticed.
They do pretty decent. They do pretty decent. Yeah.
Yeah, with some good interaction and conversation. Yeah. Sure. I do that every once in a while. It's been a bit since I've done just a casual chat live stream.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a bit since I've had a live stream of my own. You know, like I'm simulcasting, but this is your show. It's been a bit since I've had one of my own, and I typically try to have one about every month, but we need to figure out a theme, like the group that usually live streams with me. We need to settle on a theme of what we're gonna talk about. But hopefully within the next couple weeks I can get back into doing that. We'll see. It's just been busy, you know? I mean, just stuff off screen, work, movies, reviews, live streaming with my friends, and it's been easy to get off track.
It has, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, indeed, you know, because one of the things is this is the thing that I'm not sure everybody understands. I know the people in our chat at present do, but you know, one thing that people who are maybe new to watching YouTube don't really understand is like we are not independently wealthy people. And hello to Simon Smith. We're not independently wealthy people. You know, we have jobs. You know, and we have full schedules.
Yeah, keeps me busy. Yeah,
it does.
It does. Yeah,
you know,
so I have to plan. This stuff has to be coordinated around my daily responsibilities, whether it's my job or whether it's just, you know, stuff here around the house and our dogs and, you know, just whatever, the family. And so I throw myself into this because I absolutely love it. I love to talk about movies with people, and I've found this awesome little community. And Simon, he's taking me to task. He's tisking me because he's one of my live stream buddies. He's one of the core group. And yeah, I was thinking today, Simon, of getting back on that Discord chat, and I don't think you guys responded to my suggestion yet. But I don't know. I would like to do it probably last week in February. And I hesitate to schedule a Monday one. Sorry, Deleted. I'm doing some Sense Corner business here.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Go ahead, please.
I hesitate to say let's do it on a Monday just because I have no idea. There might be a Regal Mystery going on. Because sometimes they've had them back to back. So maybe like on a Tuesday. I hesitate to say Wednesday because sometimes I'm streaming with Sound Booth Theater on Wednesdays, so I'm wondering if maybe the last Tuesday in February will work. I'd like to do it on the weekend, but he works on the weekend, so
Mhm.
we'll figure something out. Okay, sorry.
Well, that's fine. And hello to previous guest, Tim Hayes.
Monetized
Ti
yet?
am I monetized yet? No. I still need about 525 some odd watch hours before I qualify. But we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're creeping up slowly but surely.
Yeah, it's a frustrating
Mhm.
requirement that they put into place. I mean, I remember back when they didn't have those requirements and my son's channel was monetized and he had just started to make a little bit of money, just a little bit. And
Mhm.
then they go and instituted this. You must have 1,000 subscribers. You must have 4,000 watch hours. And he hasn't been able to get back up to that point yet.
Mhm.
But YouTube will certainly put an ad on a non-monetized channel so they can collect whatever revenue if they feel like the
Mm.
video is doing well. That's really annoying.
Mm. Tim says, so you don't have to be more careful yet about what you say. Well, if they watched my earlier program, yeah, yeah, I don't know. It depends on. Well, let's put it this way: the Disney shows certainly were not happy with me after that one. But
You talking about the one you had earlier where you were the unscripted one?
yeah, well,
I don't think
unscripted.
it wasn't that, controversial. I think you were,
I don't think so, but
no. Yeah, I
others
didn't.
might. That's the show where I have the chance to get ranty and to kind of just speak my mind. And this show's a little bit more chill, so I can have fun with it.
A little bit more tame then. Okay.
Yeah. Did I say something about KK? Not directly.
What's that?
Kathleen Kennedy. No.
Okay, okay. We complaining about shills today? I don't know. I don't know. You know what? Shadow of the Raven, the your name reminds me that I finally finished Fall of the House of Usher, and my review's going up tomorrow.
Oh,
So
the Mike Flanagan series.
yeah,
Right on.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's supposed to be a chill
Yeah,
stream.
I've heard it is supposed to be a chill stream. Yeah.
You haven't seen it yet?
Um, no,
Okay.
I know a little bit about a little bit,
Mm.
but it's got a decent cast to it,
Oh
so I
yeah.
think that
The acting is really good.
yeah,
The writing is good. I had a few minor quibbles with it.
yeah.
I didn't like it as much as Midnight Mass. I feel like Midnight Mass might always be my number one,
Hmm.
but I haven't watched his other two, The Haunting of Hill House and Bly Manor yet. So I don't know. It might be unseated. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah. Blind Manor's the one I know. The least that's the one I keep forgetting about.
Oh, yeah, I've heard
So
it's Sin actually. Yes, I know. I know, Simon.
that's
I have.
that's my problem, Simon. Is I get to like the halfway point
Uh-huh.
of
Yeah.
something, and then I
Yep,
stop
yep,
watching it, and then I never go back to it.
yep.
I got halfway through Tulsa King, never finished it.
Oh, yeah.
I got halfway through Terminal List, didn't finish it.
I
Um,
actually finished Terminal List.
you know,
Yeah.
not because
Sometimes
the
it
shows were
happens.
bad. They're not. I didn't get to it. I'm I'm only halfway through season one of Reacher,
Oh, okay.
so
I
I
did
got to
see
catch up on
season
that.
one. A couple of the
Hmm.
actors from Reacher season one are in Fall of the House of
Or
Usher.
in House of Usher, yeah.
Yeah. I finished season one of Reacher because I really I for some shows it's just I don't know easier for me to finish, maybe the timing and everything. But I am still on like the second season of season two, and I'm not as into the second season as the first one.
Hmm.
So Yes, there is a series about the House of Usher. And you know what? There was a really good novel written by an author named Robert R. McCammon. And I think, oh gosh, Usher's Passing, I think was the name of that book. And for some reason, when I heard that this show was announced, I thought in my brain, I don't know why I thought this, but I thought it was going to be an adaptation of that book, and it wasn't. It was a completely different story, and so I think it was a little bit of almost like a little bit of a shock when I'm watching it. I'm like, wait, this isn't what I thought. I don't know. It was a big brain fart. So it took me a bit to get into the groove of Usher, and one of the big problems for me as far as that was because the characters are so unlikable. Um, so yeah, it's a cool mashup of so you like Midnight Mass best too. Okay, cool. It's a cool mashup of his different works. And if you're a big Edgar Allan Poe fan, you will recognize all of these things. The storylines are woven into the episodes, like each episode deals a lot with specific stories, and then the characters are also named for characters in his books. It's cool. It was really interesting how all that was put together. Mike Flanagan is super talented.
Yes.
Yeah. The old Vincent Price movie, yeah.
Right.
Well, he also did Mask of the Red Death. And he's worked on at least 2 Edgar Allan Poe things. Hey, Lady V, how you doing? Midnight
Hello.
Mass. That sounds like the Midnight Mass was so good, so good.
Yeah. And hello, Lady V. All right. Let's see. What was the one I was thinking of? Doctor Sleep. That was the one I was thinking of. That he did the Shining sequel.
Yes, and that was real. That was a really good
Yeah.
movie, right? Right.
Because that was you have to be talented to look like that.
Right.
I take it he's not shot out of a cannon looking, I guess.
Oh, you haven't seen him?
Actually, I don't think I have.
You should look him up and you'll see what Simon means. Like he's just a very normal looking, like there's nothing super like interesting or compelling about him as far as, his physical appearance, whereas his wife she's very very pretty. Yeah, thanks for the radio.
Oh.
You'll see.
So much like myself then. I read an Edgar Allan Poe graphic novel when I was 8. It was in a box of stuff my neighbor left behind when he left the country. Well, I hope he wasn't running to avoid extradition.
Yeah. Edgar Allan Poe, I found out a few years ago that he's my brother's, or was at some point, I don't know if he still is, one of my brother's favorite authors. And he likes Poe so much, he when he and his then wife got a cat, it was a black cat, they named him Poe. And I never knew that until years later. So now when I think of Edgar Allan Poe, I think of my brother.
Well, I know Sylvester Stallone was trying to make an Edgar Allan Poe biography for like a really long time.
Oh, really? Okay, I did not know that. Interesting.
He's been trying to make it for so long. He himself was still young enough to play Poe. That's how long he's been trying to get that movie made. And
wanting to play Poe?
He was at that point. He was young enough still to play him.
But still.
It's weird. Yeah, I know. He's weird casting, but that's how into it he was, And I'm trying to remember the date. I need to go up and real quick and grab it and look, because I actually snagged a copy of the script. that was
Oh,
dated fairly recently, where I found like a hard copy of it. Let me. We are moving about the cabin again, ladies and
okay.
gentlemen. I am getting up, grabbing my laptop, moving upstairs through a
Don't
house
lose
that
signal. Don't lose
I
signal.
need to organize.
Yes, Carl, there
And
was. It was called The Raven, I think. And
yeah, there
yeah,
was a movie with him. Yeah.
I haven't watched it's been playing in passing when I work multiple times on the TV, but I haven't actually sat down and paid attention to it. There was also a movie that came out, I think, early last year,
Mm-hmm.
The Pale Blue Eye, with
Right.
Christian Bale in it, and it wasn't.
Dud- Dudley
It was.
Dursley was Poe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I didn't realize that at the time. I looked it up and I was so surprised. Yeah, he was really young, 39 or 40 or something. I was recently listening to I listened to this podcast called Conspiracy Theories, and one of the episodes was about his death because it's kind of weird how it happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So so Poe died at 40s, something like that. Yeah. 39, 40. Yeah. Shadow the Raven says, saw that. It was okay. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, it was
Um,
it was okay. I didn't hate it.
uh,
I didn't love it as much as I thought I might would.
had the director of V for Vendetta, if I remember correct.
Oh, okay. I
McTeague.
forgot who the
Yeah.
director was.
EA Poe, it's in the game. All right, I'll show this to everybody real quick. I managed to get a copy of this. I don't know if anybody can see it because the lighting's kind of bad in here. This is an August 2003
Wow.
draft of Sylvester Stallone's Poe biography movie, which you can see.
How did you get hold of that?
I got it through. I'm dropping it. I got it through a company that sells unproduced scripts.
Oh.
Hard copies and whatnot. And I mean, somebody had told me about it. I said, okay, I'll grab it up. And it's actually, I haven't read the whole thing yet, but what I've read is really good. I'm surprised it wasn't a film. Now, in August of 2003, obviously at that point, Stallone's too old to play Poe.
Right.
So this was the script that he was going to direct, and Robert Downey Jr. was going to play Poe.
Oh.
And man, that would have been great.
I could see that.
What I've read of this is damn good.
I could see that working because I just like how I felt that Robert Downey Jr. was a great cast for Tony Stark.
Mm-hmm.
Because they both had their demons. They both are, Edgar Allan Poe certainly had some issues going on. And just like Robert Downey, so I feel like he could have tapped into that tortured soul type of persona. We all know about their rivalry. So what literary? Oh no. Probably Shakespeare. Because he was like, what was that character he was playing in the Last Action Hero? To
Hamlet.
Be or not to be. Hamlet? Was it Hamlet?
Not to be.
Yeah, not to be.
You killed my father, Claudius. Make a mistake.
That's like best Shakespeare ever, because I hate Shakespeare, but that was cool.
Tim says, I look tall on camera. And Lady Lee says he is tall. I'm 5'10".
Okay.
On my father's height.
You're not short.
Yeah, Shakespeare would be perfect. Yeah. Yeah, I do want to see that Last Action Hero Schwarzenegger version of Hamlet.
That would be amazing. I would absolutely pay to go watch that.
I like Last Action Hero. A lot of people don't.
A lot of fun. I didn't care for it as much in the beginning, but I grew to love it as the years went on.
Yeah, I mean, he basically skewers his own screen persona in that film.
Well, yeah, but that's the whole point of the movie.
No, yeah. But the
Yeah.
point is how many people in Hollywood at that time or now would have done that? Not many, if any.
Arnold's always kind of been the sort of person who would, though.
Hmm.
So maybe it was just a good fit for him. That's why it works so well. Yeah, it was a very self-aware movie, just like Scream is, with horror, and the Last Action Hero was like that with action films.
Right.
It's pretty good. It was fun movie. I wish I'd seen it on the big screen. Kind of bummed I never did.
Mm-hmm. Benedict's got the ticket. Oh, too bad. I wanted it for my collection.
Yet that would be crazy.
Right. Don't trust that guy. He killed Mozart. Mo who?
Right.
Zart. Well, look, Jack, I've killed so many people at this point. I don't remember half of them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was a fun movie.
5'6", Sashi. You're still taller than me. Doesn't take much to be taller than me, though. Oh, 6 foot only dating thing would never. Arnold walks so Ryan Reynolds could run. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I saw the one. Oh man, they're so cringe and terrible. Yeah, I think the first one I saw was him doing that Coldplay song "Yellow." He's supposed to be Chris Martin. I can't remember who showed that to me. I don't. Was that you, Simon, or I can't remember. But it's so cringe. It's terrible.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, in case anybody is wondering what that noise was, that was my Facebook notifications going off. Because earlier I had come across this old post where I brought up a movie called The Prodigy.
Okay.
And I had forgotten all about this movie. I had completely forgotten it until I saw that post. Taylor Schilling from Orange is the New Black.
I don't.
And
think she's in that.
She's in Argo for like 5 seconds. And it's one of those demon kid kind of movies.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing. Oh, yeah. 2019 film?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was it about your post?
Yeah, I just posted like a shot of the poster, and I went, my review's going to be on Stardust coming up, which is probably why I forgot it, because I've been trying to like drop Stardust from my mind.
What is Stardust? What is that?
Stardust, I don't know if it's still a thing, but at the time, it was an app where you could go and shoot these 45 to 90-second clips for like movie reviews, TV, whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah. The trouble was it got really kind of seriously woke. And if you liked certain movies over others, you pretty much got kicked off the app.
Oh.
And that's what ended
heard
up.
Of this app.
That's for good reason. It's probably got 5 people left on it, if it's even a thing. Okay. But yeah, aren't all kids demons? Well, the one in this movie certainly was. And it's this woman who takes in, I think it's supposed to be like her sister's kid. And he's a demon, basically. And like I said, I don't really remember a whole lot about it. I thought it was kind of I'm looking it up now. It was I kind of remember it being kind of generic. It wasn't a bad
It
movie, but it
yeah,
wasn't
it
like a
looks kind of just like
great movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that. Played the Hound is Kurgan. Just thought of that. Actually, I think that would be a good cast. Good casting. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
what's this? Hold on. We were walking the other day about Howling. What do you think of the guy who played the Hound as the Kurgan? Rory McCann. Yeah. Maybe?
I could see that. I could see that if they
Yeah,
make him
Simon's like Clancy Brown. Clancy Brown's hard to beat, though.
Definitely he is, but I feel like that guy could be a decent,
Right.
substitute.
Let's see. The Omen was scary. Any similarity? No. No, because no, it's not really. It's not really like The Omen. It's no. Like I said, I don't really remember a whole lot about it. I remember the lead actor, so I remember the kid was actually pretty good. But they had him saying and doing a lot of stuff. I'm not too crazy about letting a little kid doing a movie. I
Yeah.
remember that being kind of a sticking point with me. The heart thing is over to hold on. Let me. I keep forgetting that you have to
It can be
do that every
it can be
every
removed?
time. It can, yes.
How? How?
Okay.
Cuz I hate that stupid thing.
All right. Let me boot my side of this up and run you through it.
I
Okay.
definitely want to know how to do this.
Okay. So you go to your page and you go to
Oh, so I have to go in the back
let's
end on my
see.
YouTube channel?
Yeah, you go
Okay.
to edit video,
Ugh, really?
and it should put you in it should put you into your studio.
Okay, let me get there. I'm going to open up a separate tab to do that.
Okay.
Well, if I'd known I could cut this stupid thing off, I would have done it a long time ago. But I didn't know. Okay, I'm going in my dashboard. Bear with us, folks. I'm trying to fix this so it gets better.
All right. This is my page. I'll show you how to do this as we're going through.
Okay,
all right. So
I'm in the edit section. Okay, so what do I do?
Right. You go to the left and you scroll down to customization.
Okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Yes, tear out the heart. Okay, hold on. Let's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, customization. I see. Okay, look. Okay.
Right. And you go to where it says live reactions.
Yes.
And you just click that off, and then hit save.
Okay, so is there no way I can make it to where that's just automatically turned off? Is there some way in the overall settings that I can change that?
Well, that I know of, no. It's just that I keep forgetting to do it before every time.
Well, at least it can be turned off. I did
yes,
not know that could happen.
It can be
You'll
turned
learn
off.
something new every day.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Let's see. The heart's only on the PC version. Yeah. Gone. Fatality. That 3-dot thingy I use a lot. Yeah. But yeah.
Okay.
That's how I know how to cut it off anyway. That's what Netter told me. So that's what I've been doing.
Well, I didn't know, and I've been suffering through it.
Yeah, I thought that cuts it off every time, but it doesn't. You have to go back beforehand and do it every time. But anyway,
Okay.
that's how that's done.
Ironically, now I want to respond. Of course you do, Simon.
Of course. All right. Let's see. I was looking for something here. I was reacclimating myself with this generic movie that I forgot I even saw.
Oh, yeah.
Here I
Prodigy.
was. Okay, The Prodigy, directed by Nicholas McCarthy, 2019, 92 minutes, which was the good thing. It didn't outstay its welcome.
Not overly long.
What's wrong with Miles? A mother concerned about her young son's disturbing behavior thinks something supernatural may be affecting him. Well, pretty much, yeah. Because I know I had seen. Get out of my way, Stripe. The emoji of Stripe from Gremlins keeps popping up on the page here for some reason. Right. Okay. Taylor Schilling, Calm Fiore. Yeah. And the kid was let me see. Was Jackson Robert Scott, who was Georgie in the It remake.
Oh, as soon as you said Georgie. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it may not be exactly like The Omen, but it sounds like it's a similar theme. You know,
yeah.
A demon child, which we've seen.
Child. Pretty much. Live stream turn into a tutorial. Well, sometimes that happens.
You can always take the time to learn something new.
And hello to Jedi Bill, who just had just completed his Super Bowl play-by-play live stream.
That's right. I remember you saying he was doing that. I was busy working, so I didn't. But I also just wasn't interested in watching it.
Yeah.
So
I jumped in for the first half of that. Was he a fire starter? I'll get my coat. Okay. The kid wrecked some havoc for sure. Like I said, it's not a movie I'd completely forgotten it until tonight, and now it's starting to come back a little bit. Yeah.
What prompted that resurrection on your Facebook?
It's one of those things where 4 years ago you posted this, and it popped up, and I thought, okay, I'll just use that.
Yeah.
Twisted fire starter. Yeah. Prodigy fire starter. Yeah. I get it, guys.
Did you see that Firestarter remake from a couple years ago?
No. But I know Bill did. And he said it was awful.
It was so bad. So bad.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What prompted that was that Bill and I watched and reviewed a movie called The Old Way with Nicolas Cage. It was a Western.
Okay.
And the girl who was in Firestarter plays his daughter in that film.
And she's played in some other stuff before. I have seen her before, I thought. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was terrible.
Now, about that, it could have casted a better child star for it. Well, that's the thing that came up while we were watching The Old Way. Was in that movie, she plays this kind of, because she loses her mother early on in the film, and it becomes this revenge plot. Mm. So she's not very emotional about it. She's very closed off. to the point that I was starting to wonder, were they trying to say that she's on the spectrum somewhere?
Oh,
That was the
okay.
hit that I got off of the character, you know. What is they call it, that type 2 axis personality disorder or whatever? That's where I thought they were doing with it, with her character. But then I asked Bill, well, she was in Firestarter. How was she in that? And he said, no, she was pretty much the same in that.
Hmm.
And I'm like, oh, this, because I don't want to I don't want to hack on a little kid for bad acting.
Maybe she
But
just doesn't have a lot of range.
oh no, clearly she doesn't. Um,
Okay.
yeah. Is the old way any good? Cage is good. He's fine. It's because it's basically Unforgiven for
Hmm.
his character. He's this kind of legendary gunfighter. He he marries this woman. They have a kid. He puts the guns away. He's trying to be a normal guy. Then the wife gets killed, and then he reverts back to the, the gunfighter that he was, and so he's good as far as that's concerned. Clint Howard's in it. He's good. He's Clint Howard. He's as fun.
Clint Howard playing Clint Howard.
Clint
What year did
Howard
it come
as
out?
it was last year.
Okay. I
It's
haven't seen it.
2023. Yeah. And Nick Searcy's in it. And
Okay.
he's like slowly turning into Wilford Brimley.
No.
But other than that, I really didn't care for the movie all that much. I just thought it was kind of generic. But it had moments. The father had to train her to suppress emotion. In Firestarter, yeah, but what was her deal in the old way? Where you would expect a little bit of emotion, but there just wasn't any. I used to be on a Spectrum, Sinclair Spectrum 48K. Well, thank you, Sashi. All right. Cage is hit and miss for me. Yeah, well, when he got in that situation with the IRS, it was pretty much to the point where he just had to take any movie that came along. Half of them, I'm pretty sure he probably wouldn't have done if that wasn't an issue. But
Yeah.
what it is.
I mean, I think he kind of made that pretty clear that it was
Yeah,
because of his money
for the
issues
money.
that he
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a Korean remake of
Korean remake.
Unforgiven.
I thought it was a Japanese remake, but whichever. That's neither here nor there. There is a remake of Unforgiven. I do hear it's good. I still have not seen it. I want to see it. Pretty good. So, Ken Watanabe is in that, I believe.
Oh, okay.
In the Clint Eastwood part, yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll see if I can track that down.
Try and find that, yeah. So yeah, a lot of kind of generic, kind of possibly evil kid movies out there. Lady V says,
it's a thing.
Unforgiven remake, is Clint in it? No, he's not in it. He I don't think he had anything to do with it at all. Honestly. But yeah, still something to that's one to look for in the future. I haven't been able to find that find that one anywhere. I'd really
Have you
like to
looked
see
for it
it.
on Letterboxd? Do you know the name of it? Maybe
I
they can.
think they still call it Unforgiven.
Oh, okay. What
Yeah,
year did they do that?
I I I don't remember. Probably what 5, 6 years ago, maybe. Let me
Okay, so
look
fairly
here real
recent.
quick. Hmm.
I was gonna do a Letterboxd search. Is a 2013
You
one?
see, 2013.
2013. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, I see it is. It looks like okay. It's available for rent or purchase at different digital locations. So it's like 11. Yeah, it's 11 years old.
Okay.
Did you ever see The Good, the Bad, the
Yeah, there
Weird?
it is. The Good, the Bad, and the Weird. No,
Oh my
I've
gosh.
heard of it.
That's such a fun movie.
Found a Russian one. Yeah, there are a number of movies called Unforgiven, actually, um, as I see here. Yeah, it's the same plot as the Eastwood movie. But no, nobody from Clint's version has anything to do with it, near as I can tell.
Yeah, right, Simon. We all know who the weird one is. I know you're talking about Colin, poor Colin, or is he the bad? Because you always make jokes about him being a serial killer. Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
easy to find on Letterboxd as well. It came up pretty quickly.
Mhm.
Maybe like the second one. He's definitely. Simon, someone made a comment on one of our live streams. I can't remember if it was maybe the one for 2018, but they made a comment today telling Colin that he was the best one. He needed to start live streaming or having his own channel or something. And this is
Mhm.
someone who has been commenting on some of my videos that I've done with Sound Booth Theater, which is the company I work with, and just getting on my case, like, why don't we do these monthly live streams anymore? And who is this Sound Booth Theater? And they all sound really dumb. It's just like, what the heck?
Jeez.
Why do you not tell them to stop talking that way or acting that way? And it's like, well, he's my boss, and it's their channel, and so it's like a totally different format and everything. So I guess she's confused because I stream it to my channel as well. Maybe she thinks it's my show. Anyway, whatever. He's my boss, but I still, whatever. I do talk to Jeff like he's my kid sometimes because I'm Mama Bear at the company, but she just I'm not going to talk a certain way to Jeff when we're doing a live stream show. Come on. I don't know what she
Mhm.
thinks. It's funny. She makes these random comments. It's so funny. I need to find them and share them sometime.
Mhm.
The Good, the Bad, the Weird sounds like your family.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a really fun film.
They're the ones that read aloud, aren't they? Yeah.
What's she referring to?
That sound
Oh
booth.
yeah, those streams. Yeah, yeah, they do like different performance things that they do. I think our next movie discussion is supposed to be about Aliens,
Huh.
the extended edition, and it might be, what is today anyway, y'all? It might be
It is now officially the 12th.
okay. So it might be this Wednesday. I'm not exactly sure. There's a little
Oh,
confusion because I don't know if they're going to do some other sort of stream or if we're going to do the movie discussion stream. If we ever do
oh,
tell people he's in jail, right? Because they found the
mhm.
bodies.
Oh, so it's like that, eh?
Yeah, it's this running joke. Colin is always like picked on, and people talk about how he's a serial killer. You'd have to be there to delete it.
Indeed. So you're finally going to see Aliens.
I have seen
Were you the one who?
Aliens.
Oh, okay.
I have seen it. It's not. That's right. That's right. Well, I'll hook them up. Um, I've seen Aliens. I prefer the first movie to the second.
Ah,
Even
okay.
though the second is directed by James Cameron, who made my favorite movie of all time, I'm just not as in love with that one as a lot of people are. A lot of people feel like that's the better movie. I don't. I like the horror aspect of the first one more. Alien just doesn't. I don't hate it. I'm just not in love with it. Doom part. Okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah. I hope it's good.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I'm not super excited about it. I'm just gonna go see it and
I
do a
I'm
review.
starting not to be either, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah,
What? Why is that?
I'm just worried that it's going to be this kind of bait and switch movie.
Oh, really?
That it's going to turn into the Zendaya show. I just got this bad
Well,
feeling that that's going to happen.
I know that there's been this speculation about that, but some people had said that some people took what the director said and misconstrued it
Mm.
um to like they interpreted they interpreted it as him saying that she was the main character, but what he was really saying was that she's one of the main characters, which she is.
Well, she is, yeah.
Um, she does absolutely zero for me. I really don't care for her like at all. Just watching her in the trailers kind of annoys me, just because she's always got this scowly, tough look on her face, like she's so cool and everything. She doesn't. I don't click well with her, but she wasn't in the first one too much to be super annoying. I do have a feeling
No.
she's going to be more in this one for sure. So I don't know.
Bean thinks
We'll
Aliens
see.
is the best movie he's been in. It's one of them. He's been in a lot
Well,
of good movies.
I disagree that it's the best movie he's been in, but I mean, whatever. That's his personal preference.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't even originally cast in that movie. He was cast very last minute, from what
Oh,
I'm
really?
understanding, because they
Okay.
had fired the original actor, and it was originally James Remar was going to be Hicks.
Oh, I was going to ask you who that. Whoa, interesting. Why did he get
Yeah,
fired?
and well, he got into it with Cameron.
James Cameron.
Yeah, and Cameron
Oh.
just kicked him. And
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah, I
Yeah.
guess there were some behind the scenes issues there, and just parting of the ways. And there's actually a scene in the movie where, if you look real close,
You
it
can
is
see
still
him.
James Remar. You can see him. Hmm.
Okay. That's crazy.
Um, let's see. We're moving up. Let me move back here a minute. Getting ahead of us. I think the more they talk about it, the more desperate they look for sales. Well, yeah, it's in general, I think. Never doubt Villeneuve. I'm trying not to. You know, I've liked his movies for the most part. So, and hello to JPRPH1. Good to see him. He's a good actor. Paul's miscast.
You're
Yeah,
talking about
uh,
Chalamet?
Chalamet. Yeah,
I don't click with him either.
he's too small.
Well, it's not just that. I just don't mesh with him. Like his acting doesn't. I don't know. There's something about. I was talking about that with one of my coworkers,
Mhm.
one of my fellow managers at the where I work, and we were both talking about him and the way he was describing how he felt about Chalamet's performance. is kind of similar to the way I feel. Like I feel like he's not really connected with the material. Like he's doing this part, he's doing it well because he is a decent actor, but it's like he's not emotionally connected with it. He's not emotionally attached to it. And so he just feels like he's kind of just performing just on autopilot.
Hmm.
So yeah, he doesn't do it for me. Recently learned that Sean Bean's
Okay, hold on.
what? What? Really?
Okay, let me go through this. I didn't care for aliens myself. Zendaya takes me out of the movie somehow. Something about her voice or accent. Yeah, she's too modern. That's the problem. She has that modern actress problem. She doesn't work in a period film. They released an extended look. It's on Movies Channel. She does scowl, but she softens in it. Yeah, there's supposed to be like a 10-minute Dune 2 clip. I haven't seen it yet though.
Mm.
I didn't get to it. Um, I think it's a guy movie for the community, and mostly invested. Just kept going back from which movie? The
Yeah, I'm not sure what she's
you
referring
you
to.
you got ahead of me on that one. Bring it
Not
back. Okay.
it can't be referring to Dune because
No.
it's not really that type of movie.
Okay, means I recently learned that Sean Bean's birth name is actually Sean Bean, but he changed it to. I think you're messing with us.
No, he says check his Wikipedia.
Huh.
So I don't know, but like why did he do it to mess with people? I don't understand because it's Sean, so it's still Sean. I maybe it's just a little bit too late or early in the morning for me, but I'm not getting why it would mess with people.
Like Momoa, but this miscast again is Duncan. I liked him.
I don't know who should have played it because I have
I
not read the
thought
source
he was fine.
material, so
Yeah.
I have no clue. Sean Bean, Sean Ben, what? Seen what? Simon, I
Ron
am
Sean
not.
Martin.
I am not all there. Born Sean Mark Bean. It's Seen Bean. Is it? Does this have something to do with weird, like Irish
I
pronunciations?
think
Is that
he's
where you're
just
getting?
he's messing with us. I
No,
think.
I think. No, I think he's being serious. But sometimes, I'm not always mentally firing on all cylinders. So, and also I'm not talking with him like verbally. So I'm not quite getting.
No worries, Bill. That's okay. Yeah, you had a lot on your plate today, man.
Who was he pulling for?
Uh, yeah, the 49ers.
Yeah, thanks, Simon. I'm not all there. See, if you've never seen, he's unseen.
Yeah, moving on.
Oh goodness.
Okay, I'm putting a stop to this right now. We're not doing this, chat. We're not doing this.
They're getting carried away.
It's 1 a.m. We're not doing this.
Is it one already? Seriously?
Yeah, a little
Oh my
after.
gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Jedi. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I was telling people that I mean, I wasn't really interested to watch the Super Bowl anyway. I haven't watched football in a long time.
Mhm.
But I was telling people that, well, I don't like California, so I didn't want to pull for the 49ers, but I also don't like Taylor Swift, so I didn't want to pull for the Chiefs, even though my boss is from Kansas City. So I was just like I was part of me was wanting more for Kansas City to lose just so Taylor Swift would be annoyed. That's petty of me, I know. But then right at the end, they go and they pull out a win.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's almost as if it was preordained.
Meant to, yeah, preordained. Yeah, there were people that predicted it was going to happen way back, even before Kansas City won the playoffs.
Oh boy.
No worries, Carl.
And
Very early.
I'm not even gonna even. Oh, my chat, ladies and gentlemen. If it's any consolation, Taylor Swift is rumored to be possibly in.
No. Okay.
God.
Okay, look. I heard her mentioned as a possibility. I hope not. So, she was in the Amsterdam movie, you know, the
Mm-hmm.
one with John David Washington and Margot Robbie and Christian Bale.
Mm-hmm.
And she was in there just a little bit and she got killed off pretty early. And I was
Mm-hmm.
happy because she wasn't in there too much. Oh, yes, I know. I've heard this rumor. I hope it's not true.
Sorry, it's tired. 6 a.m. here.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're in the same
Why?
time zone as Simon then.
Yeah.
Okay. It's early.
Okay. Well, one thing I do know you would like to talk about, and I'm curious about this myself since you've brought this up on a number of occasions now. What
Okay.
makes Terminator 2 your favorite movie?
Oh. Oh, Lord. Oh, gosh. Because to me, it's the perfect blend of action, comedy, thrill, and cinematography, and pacing, and dialogue, and Arnold. It's Arnold.
Good night, Raven.
Night, Carl. I love it so much. And it's got moments of like touching, tender, really sobering moments.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with issues like, you know, mental instability because of the pressure that she's got on her because of what she knows is going to happen, and this transformation that her character made from the first movie to the second. And just everything about this movie is cool. Arnold is so cool in it. And so this is the deal. Before I saw Terminator 2, The Terminator was my favorite movie. And then I saw Terminator 2 when it came out on the big screen. I took off from work and I went to go watch Terminator 2. And you know, you wouldn't think it'd be possible for a movie to be as good as or better than the first one. It's rare that that happens. And in this case, Terminator 2 just hit all the check boxes. So I just love it. It like I can rewatch that movie and just it never gets old to me. It is so much fun, and the soundtrack is so amazing. The visual effects still hold up even today. And yeah, I never got tired of it. And so that's how I knew, well, this movie is my favorite. It's never gotten old to me. Never, 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 never. So it
Cool.
sounds really superficial and simplistic, but yeah, it's
Well,
so good.
that's good. Sometimes it's all you need. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that
okay.
reminds me. Cool.
What's this idea? Let me know. Maybe an idea for a live stream chat. It might be something that he's referring to.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and my favorite version of the Terminator is the extended version, the one where it shows them going inside his head and pulling the chip out,
Mm-hmm.
and the little discussion Sarah and John have with each other. Now, portions of that had been shown in the trailer. And so when I went to go see the movie, they never showed it. And I was really
Mm-hmm.
upset. I was aggravated. And then finally, I don't remember when, but finally I saw the extended version. Now, some parts of the extended version I'm not crazy about, like the ending. You know, the new ending, like, or not the new ending, the ending with her sitting in the park watching
Mm-hmm.
John Con. Okay, so that's in the book. That's exactly how the book ends. But it doesn't work. In the movie, the best ending is the one where just the highway, them going down the highway at night.
Yeah.
That's a perfect ending. So you only live once, and you love T2. Turns out the guy who played John Connor's friend is a voice actor now. Lobby Jeff Jeffrey. Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
Okay. That is interesting.
Any
Now,
cutscene, yeah.
If he is SAG-AFTRA, I don't know. We try not to work with SAG actors. We have before, like we worked with Patrick Warburton, um, and some other SAG actors, like Henry Kramer, who is the son of Catherine Redding and some other. I can't remember his dad's name. He's the son of the narrating team who worked on the Wheel of Time series. We work with him, and he's SAG, but
Hmm.
we tend to stay away. But that's an interesting thought. I'll look him up. Yeah, I'm sure he's SAG, but I don't know. He's not a big name, Simon. So I'm not sure unless he's like a phenomenal voice actor, like a Mark Hamill, because Mark Hamill's a fantastic voice actor. I'm gonna write his name down though. I'm gonna check him out. I'm gonna see if I can find some voice samples. It'd be cool to work with him though, just because.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Guns N' Roses did a song for T2.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. It's the song that was playing when he and his friend were on the
Hmm.
motorbike heading toward the Galleria.
Yeah.
And they did a music video. And from what I understand, Arnold shows up in the music video. I've never seen this music video, so I've been
Uh,
meaning to react to it forever.
he he does. He's in
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
and it's one of those videos where it's cut between them on stage performing the song and clips from
And
the movie.
and
Arnold
then
shows up at the end as they're
shows up.
walking out
Yeah.
of the venue, and he
Okay.
kind of eyes each and every one of them. It's his target, Guns N'
Like he's
Roses. And he
that's
goes,
funny.
waste of ammo, and he lets him go.
That's funny. That's
Yeah,
funny. That
it
that's
is.
that's about as comical to me as when he walked out and he was shooting all the police cars in the movie, and then he's
Mhm.
scanning the area to make sure he hasn't killed anybody, and it says something like human casualties 0.0.
0.0.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
point one. You got a guy in the shoe. You ever see
It's like,
Cadillac Man?
um that sounds familiar. If I did, maybe a long time ago. I don't remember.
It's Robin Williams and Tim Robbins,
I probably did years ago. I have no
and
memory of the story.
and Robin Williams is a car salesman. He's this Mr. Slick, fast talker kind of guy. It's like something out of a Mammoth play or something. And Tim Robbins is married to Annabella Shiora's character, and she works there. She's like a secretary, receptionist, or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he thinks she's having an affair, which she is,
Oh,
just
okay.
not with the guy
That he
he
thinks.
thinks. He thinks
Okay.
it's with Robin. So he goes there to kill Robin, basically, and takes the whole place hostage. And of course, the cops show up, and it becomes like this comedy Dog Day Afternoon kind of thing,
Oh my
you
gosh.
know, where he's got all these hostages. The cops show up, and he loses it because he's like near heart attack through the whole movie, and he starts shooting out at the cop. And he gets one of the cops in the foot. So basically, he's kind of using Robin Williams as a go-between him and the cops. So he's kind of trying to negotiate the situation, um, plus manipulate it to his own ends because it's how he is. And so he's like, "Look, pal, you do not want to mess with this guy. This is a guy who shot a cop. He only shot him in the foot, maybe only a shoe." you know, like, you know?
That
So
sounds
it's
crazy.
kind of that,
Okay.
yeah, it's a fun one.
Yeah, I no memory of
Yeah,
it, but it's
it's
possible I did.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
I think I have
that
it
was
around here
awesome,
somewhere.
Sashi. Sorry, responding to Sashi.
Um, oh yeah, Robert Patrick running with that expression is terrifying and awesome. Yeah, he's on foot, almost running outrunning
When
this.
he, well, I mean, they had to retake it because he did catch up to the motorbike
Oh well, yeah,
in that scene.
I'll bet he did.
Yeah, and he told James, I'm gonna catch up to it. You know, like he told him it was gonna happen. Cameron
Hmm.
didn't believe him, and he did. He kept catching up to it, so they had to redo it multiple times. Can you imagine how winded he probably was? Or
I'm
how,
sure.
but I mean, but to run like that, that's one of that scene where he's running like that. That always cracks my husband up because cracks him up like not that he's laughing at it and thinks it's comedic, but he thinks it's like it's so striking and funny to him how he's running like a machine. And
Yeah.
you know, he comments on that every time. He's just like he is running like an actual robot, and there's no huffing and puffing. You know, and even when the machines fight, when the Terminators fight at the very beginning and at the end, I remember noticing the very
Hmm.
first time I saw that movie how eerie and strange it was to see them fighting with each other and no human noises of fighting, like no exertion noises, no reactions like when they get hit or whatever. And I remember that struck me for some reason. It just felt so weird, and it was just it's a perfect touch the way they carry that off. I could talk about this movie forever. You shouldn't have brought it up. Deleted. Did you rest
No.
with your head straight? Did you see sign? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the knife hands,
Yeah, yeah.
literally. Yeah, that's how
Fight.
Forrest Gump ran too.
That's right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, fight scene without Arnold going, yeah. Yeah, right. Oh, Arnold.
What are we going to do with you,
Tell you.
you big hunk of Austria?
I
You.
love that guy. I
Yeah.
really love that guy. He's been such an inspiration to me. I made a video about it specifically because um, I was reacting to some video about the greatest thumbs up in the history of movies or something like that, and they analyzed that scene at the end. And because it's a very touching scene, it's very simple but so touching.
Yeah.
And I I mentioned in there, and I've mentioned it before on my live streams, I think, but he was an inspiration to me because I was a teenager when I first saw The Terminator in high school, and I was so obsessed with that movie and became very, very taken with Arnold because it was just like I remember that I used to see him in the trailers for Conan, and I always thought he was so weird looking, so strange because he was like the big guy with the big muscles and this very angular face and the space between his teeth, you know, and I was like, this guy looks so unusual. And then I saw him in The Terminator, and I loved that movie, and I became like obsessed with Arnold because I just thought he was so cool and so interesting. And then I became really interested in the other aspects of his life, like, you know, the bodybuilding, fitness, and stuff like that. And I got this book that he did called Body Shaping for Women, and I started working out to that book while I was in high school. I started exercising by that book, and that became just like kind of a whole part of my life, like exercise, fitness, trying to eat right, being healthy, taking care of yourself. And that all traces back to Arnold. Like if it weren't for him, maybe I wouldn't give a crap about things like that. But he just he was very appealing to me. I really liked him so much, and so I just have a great deal of affection for him because of that, because of how influential he was on my life just through a movie. Through a movie. Yeah, I like Kindergarten Cop. That's a fun film.
Yeah.
But comedy's not my favorite, so I prefer the Terminator movies.
All right.
Deleted's like, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I
No, no,
opened up
that's
this
fine.
pathway of discussion.
That's fine. No, I asked. I asked. I was curious. No, I mean that's
Yeah, it doesn't
it
take
isn't.
like in my movie buddies on YouTube, probably all of them know because once I get going about Terminator 2 and the Terminators, it becomes very apparent how in love with those movies I am. Did you fantasize it Racing Hunter? No, I actually didn't. Oh my gosh.
Yes. How do you think you would do in the apocalypse?
Oh, I'd probably be one of the first to die. Yeah, I would. I'd use my kettlebell as a weapon, though. Use that. Throw that at some people. No, actually, if you stop and think about it, the thought of an apocalypse, something apocalyptic, and it wouldn't take much, as you know. All we
No.
would need to happen, it would be the electric grid to go down. And the
Yeah.
only people to be okay in this country would be the Amish.
Yep.
And everybody would be descending on the Amish to try to take it, take what they have and get them to help them. And just, yeah, no, it's actually really scary to think about. It's probably one of the reasons why I'm not crazy about post-apocalyptic type of movies, because just the whole idea of it is terrifying. With the kettle.
Weather over, yeah. I'm going
I
to
love
have that in my head
kettlebells.
now, Simon. Thanks.
Kettlebells are great, y'all. They're a lot of fun.
Would all
Yeah,
naturally become Amish, at least
we definitely would, but a whole lot of us would die before that. Yeah. Not good.
What was that crazy Amish movie they had? A couple of years back.
Was
But
it
that women
Kingpins?
women talking thing.
Oh. Oh no, I don't. Mm,
Yeah. I saw a review
I
about
never
that, and
saw
then
that.
just went, "Yeah, I'm glad I skipped that thing."
Oh, I never saw that. It didn't look like anything that I would personally find interesting, so I didn't
No.
check it out.
I just bring that up because they said Amish, and it's this kind of. Well, I mean, they're not Amish. They were was it Mennonite or one of those deals. Anyway,
Were they Mennonite?
it's one of those all men are evil movies, and I saw a
Yeah.
review about it recently, and I went, yeah, that's a movie I would have walked out of.
Yeah. That might have been one of the reasons why it just wasn't very interesting to me.
Mm-hmm. Was it Wicker? Wasn't Wicker Man? Was it? The deal in Wicker Man is that they're pagans,
Yeah.
and you put this very devout
Christian guy.
kind of borderline fundamentalist himself up against these
Mm-hmm.
guys, and
Yeah.
and that's not going to end well, and it doesn't.
Nope.
Now the Nicolas Cage version I haven't seen straight through, so I don't know.
Well, I'm assuming it ends the same way or very
I think
similarly.
it does, but
Yeah.
the whole way
Never
they
saw
get
that one.
him, the whole reason they get him to go to the island is different too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because in the original movie, he's going there to solve what he's being told is a missing person case, in the Nicolas Cage version, a woman that he's had a past relationship with says, "You have a daughter that I'd
Oh,
never
yeah.
told you about,
Totally different premise.
and she's missing, and please help me find
Oh.
her." That's how they get him to the island, and
Oh,
everything
okay.
goes nuts.
Okay.
Most pagans value their masculines. Yeah. Okay. Wait, all men are not evil?
Shocker.
uh,
Yeah, so she
Directed by Sarah Polley. Yeah,
is she the one who plays in oh gosh, American Horror Story? Is that her? She also played in the Nurse Ratched.
Oh, no.
Is that her?
No.
Okay, who is she then? I'm gonna have to look her up.
Sarah Polley. She goes back a ways. She was a kid actor. She was the little girl in Baron Munchausen, and then she was in the Sweet
Okay.
Hereafter, and Splice. She's in that.
Wow, I don't know if have I ever seen her in
wrote
anything?
wrote and directed Away From Her. She's in the remake. She's in the Zack Snyder Dawn of the Dead remake.
Oh, is she the chick at the opening?
Yeah.
She jumps into the bathroom or something. Is that her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I recognize her now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The original Edward Woodward. Yeah. Yeah, that's Sarah Paulson.
Okay.
In Horror Story.
I'm not known for being super good with names. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to remember who did the video I saw. Let me look that up real quick.
You mean the review video?
The review video that I saw for it. Yeah. And it wasn't one of those videos where, the guy just went, "It sucks," or "It's woke." He went into every scene of that movie and went beat by beat what his issues were with it. And I'm trying to, because it was somebody I started, I kind of subbed to kind of recently, so I'm kind of blanking on the name here. Women Talking Review. The Despot of Antrim.
That's the name of the channel?
Yeah. And he did like an hour plus actually review.
Oh, wow. Okay. I thought I did.
I mean, like I said, he took a deep dive into it.
So nobody could really accuse him of, superficially attacking it just because he hates women or something.
No. And the video is called "When a Bad Movie Gets 220 Award Nominations."
Oh, so Simon, you know who we're talking about. Don't care too much for him, huh? I don't think I've ever heard of him. I'm curious to check out the review though. Maybe you could send it to me on Twitter or something. I don't know if I'll sit through a whole hour of it, but I'll check it out.
And hello, Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. Did I watch any of the ads earlier? Yeah. I saw a few of them.
Were there any good, commercials then? I didn't hear anybody talking about. All I saw on Twitter was the stuff about the trailers, but that might be because a lot of the people I follow on Twitter have to do with, it's movie sort of thing. So I didn't see anything about the ads, the commercials.
Well, the ads were interesting in that Jeff Goldblum kept showing up in them.
Yeah, you mentioned that. You mentioned that before the stream.
Which was fine. He showed, well, I mean, obviously he's in the apartments.com one. He shows up in the homes.com one, and I think there's like a couple of other ones that he's in. It's like he kept popping up. It was
Why
interesting.
is this so fun? Oh my God.
There's one with Christopher Walken
Oh
where
gosh.
everybody's trying to imitate him
Oh.
badly. He's just getting increasingly exasperated with
Oh,
everybody.
that sounds pretty funny. That sounds pretty good. Because Christopher Walken.
There was a Mountain Dew one with Aubrey Plaza and Nick Offerman.
Okay.
It was a little weird,
Oh,
but
oh
okay.
gosh. Oh gosh, Nick Offerman.
Usher shows up in a few of them.
Oh, of course he would.
Because he did the halftime show.
Right,
So
I heard.
that makes sense.
Nick Offerman,
Yeah.
I've been watching Fargo season 2, and he's in there. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
He's
And
so funny.
speaking of Arnold, he's in the State Farm commercial.
Oh gosh.
And it's like they make like an action film out of the State Farm guy and cast him as the State Farm guy.
Oh, that's so funny. That guy that
Yeah.
keeps getting beat up all the time. He's Chaos, right? Is that the guy? Is that
No,
the
no,
same
no, no,
company?
no.
Okay, that's
You're
Allstate.
you're thinking of Dean Winters, Mayhem. Yeah, the Allstate
Mayhem.
commercials.
Yeah, Allstate. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, and get my insurance
No.
companies mixed up. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to look up the Arnold one, obviously.
It's like a good neighbor. No, neighbor.
Gosh.
And they're trying to get him to say neighbor correctly, and he can't with that accent. That was probably my favorite one. That and the
gosh.
Christopher Walken one.
The Christopher Walken one sounds really good. I have to watch that one.
I like that clip of him from that Seven Psychopaths movie that kind of goes around.
Saw that a few years not a few years ago, actually. Saw that a year or so ago, because I don't remember the year it came out, but my son and I watched that specifically for the live stream discussion we were going to have about that year. It was a pretty fun movie. He was, of course, Christopher Walken. He was very Christopher Walken in that movie.
Get your hands up. No.
I don't want
Why not? I don't want to.
Yeah, Arturo was mentioning.
Where are your friends? I don't know. You do know. I don't. I don't get it. I have the gun. I don't care.
No, that was such an unexpected clip. Like that scene was so unexpected. The way it played out. It was so funny.
I don't believe you. Shoot me then.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's a funny one. I got to see that movie straight through now, just for him and for nobody else.
You've never seen that movie?
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's fun. It's good.
I just keep seeing these little snippets that keep coming up.
It was fun. I think Sam Rockwell's
in it.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell. I think Woody Harrelson's in it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, did I watch any of the ads? I saw a few. I saw like the first. I saw the first half of the game, and then I had to kind of leave and go and do my own stream because I scheduled everything as usual, obviously. And next year, I don't know if I'm going to do that, especially if Bill does another watch party. I kind of feel like I kind of took off on him. I mean, he had other guests there, so I mean, he was covered, but I guess wouldn't have hurt to hang out, but that's fine. Schedules to keep. That's like we were talking about earlier. You gotta plan around stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
That's how it is. It's the life of it's the life of a YouTuber.
Especially a YouTuber where
You're noir.
it's not their, their full-time job.
No. I joined the Legion to forget. Forget what? I don't know. I have forgotten.
What's that from?
That's actually from an episode of Danger Mouse.
Oh, okay.
There.
Never saw it.
All right. So the idea is it's like the secret agent mouse. It's an animated show. It's a secret agent mouse who's kind of like this. He's a secret agent type. He has a hamster assistant, and like his boss is like a hedgehog or something. I don't
Gosh,
remember.
okay.
Um, and the hamster's Penfold, and Danger Mouse and Penfold are in the desert. They get like stuck out in the desert. And they go down this burrow, and there's this like mole down there in French Legionnaire garb. you know,
Did
where
you
are
say it
we?
was
I don't know. you know,
oh, did you say it
what's
was
your
a
name? I don't remember.
Oh, God.
I was
Did you
born
say
to
it
the
was
Legion
a
of Forget.
show or a movie?
Yeah, it's a series.
It's a series. Okay.
Back in the it was back in the 80s, and I think they revived it in like the early 2000s, and I think you can find some of the episodes on I think Netflix.
Oh.
It's one of the streaming services has them, and I think it was Netflix.
Oh, so you know of it too, Simon. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's great. It is hilarious. That cracked me up as a kid. It still cracks me up. Still fun thinking about it. Danger Mouse was in the 80s. Yeah. The
Mm.
original the
It's
original
very
series was in the 80s,
possible
and then
I
they
did
brought it
see.
back. Yeah.
It's I don't remember it, like it's not coming to me, but it's possible I saw bits of it when I was
Hmm.
younger.
I'm almost tempted to show the clip, but I don't know if they would like get us for it or not.
They might. It depends on the length and depends on the source material. Some
Hmm.
copyright claimants are much more anal about stuff than others.
Hmm. I'll just do it real quick here with the sound down to kind of show you.
Okay.
Let me share it real quick. So this is like the Legionnaire guy
Okay.
right here.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's Danger Mouse, Penfold right there. And
Oh no, I definitely haven't seen
yeah, this is from the 80s series. And so Penfold's trying to talk to this guy, and this guy's answer to everything is, I don't remember. I forgot. Where are we? I don't know. I forgot. What's your name? I forgot that as well.
it. Oh gosh.
so, so it's like, thanks for the help, pal. Yeah, it's funny stuff. It
One of
gets
things I
nuts.
forgot.
There's an episode where he flies a building. I'm not kidding.
The mouse has an eye patch.
He has an eye patch, yeah, and
Okay, I
it's
might have
never
seen his
it's never explained.
never explained.
No, you just assume it was on some mission or another.
Or a cat scratched it, like with Nick Fury. Oh
Oh, probably.
my gosh.
Anyway, I'd run it, but I'd be worried about copyright. But yeah, it's a fun show, especially if you have youngins in the house. It's pretty harmless.
Oh, okay. Simon was saying if you ever saw the 80s animated BFG movie, Danger Mouse was voiced by the same guy.
Hmm.
I don't I don't think I saw that.
No, I didn't either. Is that where the Dino Wrangler and Ice Age came from? I know.
I don't even remember the
Yeah, I
Dino
get what you
Wrangler
mean.
and
The
Ice Age.
Simon Pegg character, yeah.
Oh, okay. Gosh, I haven't seen Ice Age in forever.
Hmm.
I don't remember much. The only things I remember about Ice Age is the saber-toothed tiger,
Mm-hmm.
voiced by Dennis Leary, and the
Right.
sloth, voiced by, was that John Leguizamo that did the sloth?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a huge star.
It's my idea to bring back the kid. You know.
Okay. Yeah, I
He's a
don't know
huge
if I know.
star in the UK. Yeah. Yeah, the guy who voiced Danger Mouse
Scrat.
did,
Yes,
did a lot
Scrat.
of
That
did a lot of TV. Uh, Scrat,
poor
yeah, Scrat
that
was the
poor
best part.
Scrat and his little acorn. He never was
And
happy.
I like how the one movie where they finally acknowledge that he's there and they've noticed him.
Was that
he's he,
which one was
in
that?
part two.
Oh, I've seen
It
part 2,
opens
but I
with
don't.
him and he gets in one of his usual messes and he's fallen off of a cliff or something. And then they pull the camera back and they're all standing there and Ray Romano goes, "Is that our idiot?"
Yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. I only saw that movie once, and it's been
Yeah.
so long ago.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen them all, to be honest, because I think
I
the
don't
last
no, I
one
don't
went
think I
like
have
straight
either.
to streaming, I think.
They have the same
Yeah.
voice cast?
Yeah.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, I don't think they lost anybody. No. I think they kept that's the thing that was interesting. They were pretty
Yeah.
consistent with the casting
Hmm.
for all of them.
Was that something that came out during the whole pandemic? Is that why?
I think so. Yeah.
Hmm.
I get to the point where I can't remember them all.
Yeah, I don't even remember how
Like I
many
said, I
movies
don't think
there are total.
the last one. I'm not saying it's the last one I saw, but the last one I remember was the one with Simon Pegg, where he's like the Dino Wrangler and he's looking for that Rudy. He's kind of like they do kind of like the whole Ahab and Moby Dick thing,
No.
and they're about to leave and he's going to go with them and he hears it roaring so he stays and he goes back. And that's the last one I remember seeing. Wanda
Completely forgot
Sykes was
Simon Pegg was in it.
as the Granny Sloth. She actually was for once funny in that one.
She
Yeah,
can be funny. She
yeah.
can be
She
funny
just
sometimes.
chooses not to be for some reason. Rudy, yeah, that was his life purpose. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Ice Age movies they're decent. They're pretty good.
Did you ever see Over the Hedge?
No,
That was a fun
I've
animated
heard
movie.
of it. I just
Yeah.
I didn't get to it.
Has William Shatner, Steve Carell,
Oh,
Nick Nolte. That was a pretty fun film.
hmm. For the hedge, I have to look that up.
Came out in like 2006 or 7.
Oh, okay. Over the hedge.
Bruce
Okay.
Willis.
Oh,
He played the main character.
nice.
Yeah. It's been several years since I heard it, but my son and I still quote a line from there. There's this scene where so Steve Carell I think is a squirrel, and he likes cookies, and they're on this mission and he's supposed to do something and he gets distracted because there's this cookie. And I think Bruce Willis's character, I think it's Bruce Willis's character's like, getting on him, like, stop it, And Steve Carell was like, but I like a cookie. I don't know, the way he said that deleted it. It really gave me a fit of the giggles. So I still quote it. So, like, if there's something that, like, let's say I like, but it's just not going to work out, I'd be like, oh, but I like a cookie. I can't have it, but I still like it and still want it. They kicked William Shatner off the poster for Star Trek. Yeah, like that new
Yeah.
Oh, Simon has a pop quiz. Pop quiz, hot shots. Oh, Simon's getting a little bit feisty with this. Which is better, RoboCop or The Crow? Oh. I like both of those.
Yeah.
I'm not in love with both of those. But if I was going to have to say, like, coolness factor for just the visual aesthetic, I would have to say the Crow character.
Yeah.
But that's tough. But also the Crow is so dark. Like, it's got that dark, like, obviously that's the character, it fits, that's the way it's supposed to be, but it's so kind of, it's like a depressing, it's a really, I get affected by light. And so if something is too dark and gloomy, it just gives me this blah feeling. So the Crow's cool, but RoboCop is probably a more fun watch. So kind of like, yeah, hot goth, yeah.
The Crow's is RoboCop for God. Fair enough.
Right.
Hoodwinked Squirrel was special AF. Yeah, the squirrel in Hoodwinked was just crazy.
Oh, I saw that a long time ago. I don't remember much about it.
The bit with the dynamite. He thinks it's a candle.
I remember that. Oh, gosh.
Wow, that candle's really bright. What kind is it? Dynamite.
Oh. That's funny.
He was always
that was
like
a one watch
almost blowing himself up or something. Yeah.
I don't.
But Go brought out Chad Stahelski and went on to do John Wick. Yeah.
I'm not sure who that guy is. Did he direct John Wick or did he play in John Wick? Don't mention John Wick in front of us, right? Especially John Wick 4.
Yeah, he directed the John Wick movies, and he's a stuntman. Okay. He was Keanu's stunt double on the Matrix films.
Okay.
He's actually in the fourth one as an actor in front of the camera. Yeah, and he was a stuntman on The Crow.
Okay.
In among many other movies.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And he's directing the Highlander reboot movie with Cavill.
Oh, please don't turn it into a John Wick film. Oh, so he... I wonder if he... that's what I was getting ready to say. That's what I was getting ready to ask Simon. I mean, I know that they did have doubles for him after his death.
Yeah, he was one of the doubles. Yeah.
I remember when that happened. That was terrible.
He completed the Crow's brand as party double. Yeah. He was. But yeah, The Crow's a good movie. I don't know how to feel about the remake. I'm not in a hurry to see it.
When is it supposed to even come out?
I think it's supposed to be sometime later this year.
Oh, really? Who's
Yeah.
playing? Who's playing in it again?
Bill Skarsgård.
Is he playing the Crow?
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
No. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, he's a good actor. I'm just not sure about him in that role. I'll
Mm.
maybe I'll watch it
Yeah.
just to
We'll see.
see.
If he leaves his theatrics on hold, yeah, we'll see. I don't. I'm not. No. I'm. I don't like the idea of remaking a movie that you can pop into your disc player and enjoy it, and it still works. It doesn't need to be remade.
Well, you know how
Uh,
it is. That's
unless
like one of their
unless
favorite things to do.
yeah, I mean, unless they plan to go to the original source material and follow it closer than the Brandon Lee movie did. Um, Maybe, but I don't. I don't.
I'm surprised they didn't cast a woman.
They screw up the crew to cross the ticket bombs. Well, I tell you, there. I mean, because there are versions of the Crow that are women. So I mean, if they wanted to do a Crow movie with a woman, there is source material that they can use.
That justifies it.
Yeah, but
You would think they would do that though,
yeah, but
nowadays, especially.
you know, he's definitely got the look. This is
So
from the director of
non-binary,
Ghost in the
right?
Shell and
Snow
Snow White
White
and
and
the
the
Huntsman.
Huntsman. Okay.
That's Sanders, Rupert Sanders, I think. I don't know. Hmm. A non-binary crow.
Yeah.
Um, Again, the crow can be anybody. Okay, it would be like watching Kate Beckinsale in Underworld. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, she actually would have been good for the storyline I'm thinking of. Um,
Okay.
yeah. Because they did. There's a crow series called Flesh and Blood where it's a female crow.
I never read those.
Iris Shaw, and I can see Kate Beckinsale playing her,
Well, I mean,
but it would be too much. Like it would be maybe a little bit too close to Underworld
too.
casting her, though. Yeah.
Sashi, a pigeon that identifies as a crow. Oh goodness.
Like her in Underworld is too similar to roles. Yeah.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
really good in Underworld.
Underworld's her crow, basically her action franchise. It's fine.
Mm. I mean, I had heard that they were planning to remake it. For the longest time, I kept hearing Jason Momoa was supposed to be
Yeah.
cast as the lead, but I didn't know that it was as far along as being released this year. So
Hmm.
that's surprising.
There's a crow who personifies wasted potential and wicked prayer. I never saw Wicked Prayer, so
Oh, I remember
I,
that
I
one with
can't
Eddie
I can't
Furlong.
speak to that one.
I've
Eddie
seen bits and
Furlong. Yeah.
pieces of that one. I used to watch the Crow TV show.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the one that Mark Dacascos was in.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember thinking how much he looked like Brandon Lee.
Yeah. Okay. We're
Yeah, because
I
it's that
I think
late.
we're
I
fixing
know.
to wrap it up anyway. Jennifer Lawrence in the group. Oh God, Sashi, no, no, no,
I
no.
hope not. I hope he's just joking.
Put down the alcohol and step away.
It's too early in the morning. He's no, it's
Don't.
probably afternoon for him right now. It's probably yeah. He's probably in the middle of work or something.
Well, it's getting late on the East Coast
Yeah.
here, Lady V. I
It's
think we've all had
almost
a bit of a long
2 in the
day.
morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this is usually the point in the show where I try, but I'm not always successful to wrap it up. So I think I'm
It
gonna,
happens.
yeah, it does. All right. Well, since it's that time, Sin, what do you have coming up?
Tomorrow I have my review for The Fall of the House of Usher. And then at some point later this week, I would like to get a review up for a reaction video that I found on my hard drive that I had completely forgotten about because I never put it in a folder and labeled it. And that's just a reaction video to someone that he did a video about 10 things Americans say that confuse Brits or something like that. And then also on Wednesday, I'm going to go see Madam Web. So I will probably have a review up on Thursday or Friday for that. We'll see.
No, right on.
Oh, and then this Wednesday, if I do the live stream with Sound Booth Theater, we'll be talking about aliens. So I'm going to try to watch Alien, rewatch Alien, and then watch Aliens. I've got a couple days left to do it. So, yeah, Michael Wincott Simon was a really good. Just it's the
Oh yeah,
voice. It's the voice is what
he's
it
going to be
is.
tough to beat.
Yeah, he was. Definitely.
Fire it up, fire it up. Yeah, I remember that. Jolly Pirate nicknames. Yeah. Well, I'm looking through IMDb and to
For
see
more of
if
the
I can get
cast?
anything on the cast,
Hmm.
and it's yeah, Skarsgård's playing Eric. Danny Houston is in the movie, but they're not saying as who.
I wonder if he's going to be the villain.
I would think probably, yeah. And that FKA Twigs, the rapper, chick, is Shelly.
Is who?
Shelly.
Who was Shelley? I forgot who Shelley was in the
The
original
girlfriend that
movie.
gets killed.
Oh, the girlfriend. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Simon
Yeah.
has a wicked sense of humor, if you
Mm,
haven't
yeah.
noticed yet.
Yeah. Well, that was a line in the film. Yeah, my
It's been a
God is
while
great
since
as
I.
the that he got all the lines in that. The Crow soundtrack was awesome. I do it today.
Oh, your
Can't
internet
rain
is
all the
glitching on you.
time. Yeah, is it okay?
Yeah, like you go a little robotic, and sometimes your words are dropped.
All right, can you hear me now though?
Yeah, you still sounding robotic. Try again.
audio.
You sounded okay just then.
Am I good now?
Yeah, you sound okay right now.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see how that works. Sorry, folks. All righty. That's gonna give me good nightmares. Okay. My roboting is gonna give you good nightmares. Okay. There's such thing as a good nightmare. No. All right. No.
Exterminate.
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 Exterminate. Good. That covers Doctor Who and Sid and Nancy. So, okay. All right. Well, all right. On that note,
Sure, Simon.
Too robotic or some look at the minigun. Oh no.
I get my, see, I have my little, well, he's out of reach. He's way back there against the Halloween laser disc, my Terminator action
Yeah.
toy figure. My Todd McFarlane Terminator 2 action figure.
Cool. Alrighty. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. I want to thank everyone who was watching us on Twitter.
Yes.
If there was
Thank
anybody
you.
other than me. Everybody watching on Rumble. If there was anyone other than Sin.
There's
if you're there,
been some people
hello.
watching, yeah.
Okay, cool. One of these days, I'll figure out how Rumble works, and I'll start broadcasting there as well. I want to thank everybody lurking in the background, because there's always one or two. That's fine. You do not have to engage with the chat, just as long as you enjoy the show. And of course, I want to thank everybody in the chat. Of course, Lady V, Sashi, Simon, Lady Mist, JPRPH1, Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips, Shadow of the Raven. I want to make sure I didn't forget anyone. Jedi Bill. And I think that was everybody.
Yep. I think so too. Thanks, everyone.
Alrighty. Yes, thank you all. All right. As for me, coming up Tuesday, live from Sparkwood in 21. My guest host, as usual, will be Troy Pacelli, Netter's Network, and Aged Boomer. We are going to be watching episode 7 of season 2 of Twin Peaks. And this is going to be an important episode. This is the one where we reveal the killer. So stay tuned. It's going to get it's going to get sticky.
So this is new to you. This stuff right now is new to you.
Season 3 is new. The Showtime season is new.
So you already know who the killer is.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I actually by that point back then I had figured it out.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't want to give anything away for everybody.
Right.
Anybody who hasn't
seen it the past 20 plus years.
Yeah. Sticky. Yeah. Well, yeah. I will say this, Lady V. There are going to be characters who are not going to survive the episode. We're going to have to say goodbye to some people. So yeah, it's gonna, well, you'll see when we get there. The episode is entitled Lonely Souls, which I had to look up because back in the day they didn't tell us the names of the episodes. But It's called Lonely Souls, and it's a pretty apt title. Um, then Thursday at 3 p.m., I am going to be joining Jedi Bill for Action Theater, and we are going to be watching Firefox, starring Clint Eastwood
Clint Eastwood, yeah.
from 1982. Then there is that would be my weekend update show, which is going to be 11:30 ish, because I like to do it after Thursday things. But their show's going to go a little bit long because Netter is doing a Thanksgiving, not Thanksgiving. Why did I say Thanksgiving?
That was
Um, Valentine's Day,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's going to be the two um, Charlie Brown Valentine specials
Oh, okay.
back to back. So it's going to be a little bit of a longer show this week, and then my show will come on right afterward, and then let's see. It's going to be Western Cinema Presents, which will be next Sunday, again at 3, over on Jedi Bill's channel. And it has not been decided which movie we're going to do yet. It might be McClintock, because it's public domain now, and we want to start doing more public domain movies so we can actually show you the movies live.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
And
cool.
then let's see. Oh no, they're going to take the sweetie away from us. Well, it depends on who you think the sweetie is. Right, Action Theater, Firefox, and then Western Cinema Presents next Sunday, and then of course Unscripted and The Other Side of Midnight as usual, and then the Monday after that, you're going to see me and Sin again at 10 p.m. for
Right.
a mystery movie night. Um,
Unless
all
it
I
runs
know,
long.
unless it runs long, all I know of this movie, assuming the website is correct, is that it is a PG rated movie,
PG?
and PG.
Really? At 7
Yep,
o'clock?
I know. Because
What?
usually the G and PG movies are at 5, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh dear, I have bad feelings already. PG? Okay.
Well, we'll
Okay.
see. Let me look that up real quick. Ah, I should have this ready. Um, because I already got
You already
the
got it
tickets
set up?
for it. Yep. 7 o'clock. Auditorium 7. Seat H12, which I had to get because like half the theater's already been bought out.
A bunch of parents with their kids because they feel like it's something safe.
Yep. Uh, PG, 2 hours and 1 minute,
It's not going
which
to be
is what it
that.
says, which is
Of
probably
course.
BS, but we'll
But
see.
it is BS. It always is BS. I never noticed it was a PG film.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if anybody has any idea what family films may be showing up on Amazon or Apple TV after their theatrical runs sometime in the next couple of weeks, please let
Yeah,
Sin
I'm
and I
drawing a
know so we can see.
blank because I don't
I
I don't
know.
pay attention to those. I don't pay attention to PG or G movies. So
No, neither do I usually. You know.
okay.
Right. Well,
Well, we'll know
we'll
in a
see
little
if the
more than a
Facebook
week.
page has any clues. So yeah, yeah. Join us then and see what pops up, and man, I hope it's good.
I'm feeling some trepidation.
Yeah. But I'm like that with most movies now. I'm having trepidation about Dune 2, and I've been wanting to see that for years. So
Well, maybe it will be okay.
yeah. All right. Super Bowl Sunday.
Monday
It sucked. Taylor Swift, victorious.
Oh gosh.
Kill me now. No. Hey. I find myself saying that about most things these days.
Right. Big size.
Yeah.
A lot of Uggs.
That's the show, folks. Sin, once again, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you to everyone in the chat, everyone who watches the replay, everyone on Twitter, everyone on Rumble. Everyone who watches the replay, please hit the like, share the stream, and if you are new to either Sin's or my channel, please subscribe. We're nice people. We mean well. I think.
Try to be.
I'm pretty sure. Sin's
Thanks,
good
Lady
people.
B.
Me, I'm just kind of stumbling around in the dark,
I think most of us probably
feeling
are.
around, hoping that that's a wall. From HQ, in all points, north, south, east, and west. Good night. Take care. Stay strong, because this is how we win.